Hello, this is Art Games. This video might be a bit disjointed because I had to cut a couple videos together due to not having enough processing power to get these videos out as fast as I'd like. I am filming in 4K and I have to downsize and skew the video and everything to the right dimensions to work for high definition, and it takes a long time for my computer to import all the data and that sort of thing. My pencils have got a bit smudged, but that's alright. I'm going to try it with my .05 Stettler pen and see if I get good results. Not sure that looks right, but I can fix it in Photoshop later. Actually, accidentally made the forehead much too large. Using this little tiny pen, I'm so tempted to add so many details. It's a good thing I have dozens and dozens of these pens. I ordered a whole lot of them a while ago so that I wouldn't run out. Just trying to figure out what this measurement is. 0.05. What is that? Centimeters? Meters? I know this is probably sounds ridiculous. Let's see, 0.05. It looks like half of a millimeter. So what is 1 on this scale? That would be 10 millimeters. So 100 millimeters would be like that. But 100 millimeters, that's not a measurement anyone uses. I mean, you have millimeters, which are like this, centimeters, which are like this, a decimeter, but no one uses decimeters. So I don't know what that number means. I don't know, maybe I am totally thinking about that wrong. Maybe it's inches or something, I don't know. So I just got a comic book script to work on. It's a Silver Age style comic book, and I'll have to check if I'm allowed to share progress on that in videos. I would imagine I could, but I'll have to double check if I'm allowed. So that'll be pretty cool if I can share with you the process of creating a comic book from scratch. But like I said, I'll have to wait for confirmation from the client, or even to mention who the client is. You might be able to guess, but yeah. One of the dangers with using a really thin pen like this is you're liable to erase it accidentally with your pencil eraser. I don't seem to be having that problem right now though, so that's good. Bit of an enormous difference between the line weights in this frame and this frame, this panel and this panel. I'm not entirely sure if it'll work. This is going to be difficult to color because the lines are so thin. I was watching the new season of Invincible today, and I haven't quite put my finger on what I should think about it yet. Shad M. Brooks made an observation a while ago. He was comparing it with The Boys, and he was saying that The Boys doesn't seem to have any sort of redeemable qualities because all the characters are just such evil people. But Invincible seems to be a bit different because there are at least characters who are good in Invincible. Mark Grayson is a morally upright individual. At least he tries to be. This was before season 3 came out, of course. Season 3 seems to be about putting Mark in situations where he's supposed to have these morally ambiguous choices he has to make. What's ironic is that the main drivers behind both shows is the same person. It's Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen, of course, being a purveyor of filth and blasphemy. In general, I think I would more or less agree with Shad M. Brooks about Invincible at least having characters who are morally upright in it. But at the same time, because it's a production of the Hellmouth of people like Seth Rogen, you have to ask yourself, just where is the subversion here? Where is the filth? Because I did have one thought on the portrayal of the romance between Mark and Adam Eve. You can sort of take it for granted that there must be something wrong with the way the romance is portrayed because, this is a production that's coming out of the Hellmouth. The likelihood that they're going to get it right is almost non-existent. It's almost definitionally going to be subversive in some manner. It seems to me that there's something just a little bit weird about the way the romance develops between Mark and Adam Eve, because Mark is just so incompetent when it comes to romance. He's like, do you want to be my girlfriend? It's like, well, I guess good-looking guys can get away with a lot, I guess. But and he's so indecisive. Like, if you wanna, if it wouldn't be too much of an inconvenience for you, maybe you could be my girlfriend. Of course, he's only 17, so can't really expect him to know much. But my own thoughts on the matter are more like a man should show a girl what the trajectory of his life is, and then ask her if she'd like to join him on the trajectory of his life and help him achieve the most he can. And if she's willing to do that, if she's willing to follow his lead, if she's willing to accept him as her captain, then they can go on that journey together. Oh, and it's definitely a mistake for Adam Eve to be going to architecture school. She'll just become even more woke than she already is. I heard someone recently with a prayer request for young people seeking which school to go to, and I was like, don't do that. I felt like standing up and saying, don't go to school, don't go to university, it's a mistake, it's a satanic mill, it's a trap, flee for the hills. It's bad enough if you're a guy, but if you're a girl, man, you're just opening yourself up to stupidity, to wickedness on a scale which is hard to fathom. And did those feet in ancient time walk upon England's mountains green? And was the holy Lamb of God on England's pleasant pastures seen? And did the countenance divine shine forth upon those clouded hills? And was Jerusalem builded here among those dark satanic mills? Bring me my bow of burning gold, bring me my arrows of desire. Bring me my spear, O clouds unfold. Bring me my chariot of fire. I will not cease from mental fight, nor shall my sword sleep in my hand, till we have built Jerusalem in England's green and pleasant land. That is terrible, but what can you do? Okay, that's all I have time for tonight. If you want to help me out so that I can continue bringing you content like this, plus tutorials, you can check out my book, The Screaming Void. It's available on Amazon. It's an ebook, hardcover and softcover. If you like Alien, or John Carpenter's The Thing, or the Chronicles of Riddick, you might like it, so check it out. It's a good story. Thanks for watching.